Honorable Minister, like you have said, that Nigeria is so blessed with the people of talent, people of ability, resource people, and that we have been seeing the products of this intellectual work at every sector. But there is always a gap. The translation of what we have been able to develop and the implementation of that at the level by which we can benefit from it. The exhibition will take place. All the facilities will be there, and all the nice talks will be there for that. But you can scarcely see it in the actual open environment where it can be beneficial to the people. So how do we translate research to practical reality so that people can benefit at a large scale, especially in the field of agriculture, the certification, water supply, which is very germane for the development of our people?
Honorable Sir, may you please put out your blueprint for the education sector for us?
A very interesting question, a very important question, which is extremely germane. We're talking about bench to market, and that's very because there's no need investing all this money in research, and we're not getting the economic benefits. You're better off doing 4 or 5 researches, and then just get to market and start impacting what in the lives of people. And you're very correct with it. You look at the value chain, you have the scientists that do the research in their lab and in the field, but then you now have the entrepreneurs that try to use the copyright, that copyrights these research results or findings, and then monetize it, develop it, and then bring it to market. That's seriously lacking here, but that's what we now aim to fill that gap. If you look at agenda going forward, we're going to be focusing on STEM with 2M and TVET. We have to now realign our educational system in the country to start meeting the needs of our people. We have a huge base of youngsters in the country, men and women. The government is now committed to creating opportunities for them, giving them life skills that they will be useful to themselves, useful to their community, and useful to the country, and eventually to the world. If they want to go out and make more money, there will be more direct foreign investment coming to the country. But part of this government, we're closing the gap, and this is the process. You have Tech Fund that has done well as an intervention agency. Tech Fund is doing its own work, and before even I was privileged to be deployed to the Ministry of Education, we were already working on the National Research Development Fund that the President has mandated us to work on, which will revolutionize our research space. Beyond good funding to our researchers, but more filling in the gap where you now move their research findings to market. But that gap is what the entrepreneurs will come in and will monetize, and we have a lot of opportunities here for people. But the government is not determined to ensure that it provides the necessary support to fill that gap. Now, a very good question. I'm eager as well to come in and lay our educational blueprint for the country. But just give us a few weeks. We want to give the Nigerians comprehensive blueprint. This is not going to be talk. There's enough of talk show. We've had enough talk shows. We've had enough policies. It's now to implement. And what we're doing now at the Ministry of Ed and Ministry of Education and going forward, it's what I call reverse Pareto rule. Pareto rule is what is success? Success is 20% policy and 80% implementation. Going forward, at the Federal Ministry of Education, it's going to be 80% implementation. We have enough policy there. We're going to realign our education system to meet the needs of Nigeria, to meet the needs of our country, and turn us into a knowledge-based economy from a resource-based economy. That's our plan. That's what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to do, and that's the direction we're going to do. But as a snippet to a blueprint, I'll tell you the major thematic areas. We're going to focus on STEM with 2M, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences. We will focus on TVET, technical vocational education and training. We'll be focusing a lot on research and innovation, data and digitalization, girl-child education, and the heart of school children. That's the way we will move we will move our educational system into the future. And Nigerians will begin to see results very soon. And if you know, this president believes what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu believes there are no more broken promises. He campaigned all across the country and told Nigerians, I'll be honest with you, I'll take the difficult decision for the sustainability of this country. And that's what this president has done. We can see it now. We know things are still a bit hard, but day by day, week by week, month by month, things are getting better. And we're getting there. We're getting to El Dorado. It's not the tunnel. The end of the tunnel is not too far. I appreciate Nigerians for bearing with this president. But this president has taken difficult decisions that no past leaders in the last 30 years have been able to take. And that's why the president believes that sustainability is his watchword. He wants to create a country where 20, 30, 40 years from now, our future generation will look back and be thankful to us that we've created an enduring legacy for them. And that's what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is about. It's not about superficiality, it's not about palliating, it's about sustainable progress. Now, decades from now, 30 years from now, into the future.
Exporting prosperity, meaning exporting our raw material, including our smartest people out of this country, and importing poverty, meaning buying other people's product. Now the Mr. President has said, no, that is not acceptable. And this honorable minister, as you see, is talking very tough. And this is what is going to happen. This is a maiden research fair. It will be sustained year in, year out. Soon, you will even see constituency projects will not be sewing machines imported from China or India. It will be sewing machines made in Nigeria. You will not see agricultural machinery coming from other countries. It will be made in Nigeria. In fact, at the highest level, you will now start seeing professors who are millionaires because they are licensing their technology. So, Your Excellency, I think that will address this question.
We now have a one government approach. We have synergy in government. Science and tech, education, health, trade and industry, we're all working together as a government. It might have, what you're seeing is actually a residual effect of what happened in the past. Today, we're all working together. Even with the National Research Development Fund that we're talking about, with myself as the Minister of Health when I was there, Minister for Education, Ministers for Education, and Minister for Science and Technology, Minister for Agriculture, and with the Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, Mr. Adiza Balasman, we worked collaboratively on this research fund. And within the research fund is modeled in a way that it will revolutionize our research and innovation sector in the country. So we have a leader now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that I refer to as motivator in chief. He's motivating us to work day and night. There's no way we can meet his energy. He's a president that works almost 16 hours a day. If it's actually allowed to beg him to go to bed. And we're seeing the effects in our country today. This country now, it's on the right trajectory. And we're seeing it. From other areas, this is more of research fund. I can tell, at least I'm opportune to speak a little bit more. Security is better. Banditry and insurgency is being decimated. Rule of law, we're seeing rule of law in our country. So, this president is a Democrat and is moving our country forward. Please, Nigerians, let's stop negativity. We have a good country. Nigeria is a great country. Let's embrace our country and see all the goodness in our country. Thank you so much.
I am an inventor and I've won 3 awards. One of the awards is to make the instant soup to be in container that you just pour it like geisha and eat, but it did not come to limelight. The 3 awards I have won, I have not gotten anything out of it for them to bring up the award, for me to be happy, for my event to circulate. There was a time in India, they import egusi ogbolo into this Nigeria. They were buying it, they were encouraging it, but here is a Nigeria that have invented instant soup for 5 minutes. Nobody came up to encourage me. That's why they gave me the award. It was just on air, on paper. It did not work. So this exhibition now, I'm so happy that I know my questions will be answered. I thank you for organizing it. Thank you very much.
How the royalty, the honorarium will come to you. But this fair and exhibition has been carefully selected. You're not only going to see just scientists here. You're going to see people that are coming to buy your inventions. Borrow is what we're not going to import poverty again into our country by importing finished products. We would improve the value chain of what we have and build a manufacturing sector where we can create decent, a well-paying job to a teeming young population, men and women.
Honorable Minister, as a professional in Tibet, we discovered two serious problems in Tibet arising from the teacher, technical teacher who is teaching, and the other one is arising from the students who have graduated. Now, what is the question, sir? What is your ministry doing to see that these technical teachers who did not pass through craftsmanship go back to school and pass through craftsmanship, as they cannot give what they don't have? They are training somebody from craftsmanship level, and you graduate this person irrespective of whatever your qualification is. We are saying you can't give what you don't have. Today people have PhD, they did not pass through craftsmanship, and you have to train anybody in Tibet to start from craftsmanship. So they cannot provide what we call evidence-based learning approach, doing by saying. That is my question for number one. What is your ministry doing to see that those technical teachers that did not pass through craftsmanship go back to school to do that? Then, secondly, I wish to unequivocally state, all of us know that people are no longer getting interested in skills. I'm a professional in Tibet and I promote skill acquisition. So, why is people not going into skills? Skills-based qualifications are no longer regarded as anything in the country. Starting from NTC, ANTC, MTC, and NSQ, the new NSQ now. What is your ministry doing to see that skill-based qualification are relevant to the economy? Thank you, sir.
During my speech, we're going to realign our educational system to meet the needs of Nigeria. We have very unique demography in the world. Very unique. 220 million people, 70% of those 220 million people are below the ages of 30 years. Young men and women who are energetic, ready to learn and contribute to the society. We need to work to give them life skills. You're very correct. The way our technical and vocational education has been structured, it's not been the best. We focus heavily on didactics. I've been meeting with the Executive Secretary of the National Board for Technical Education. I've been meeting with a lot of people. Didactics to skill acquisition. And now I've coined a word for this. TVET Pareto rule. We will now do 20% didactics, 80% practical-based learning. That's how we're going to move forward. Enough of classroom. We're churning out people that we call technical, that we've given technical education that have zero technical skills. And even a board of technical education, I'll be meeting with the executive secretary. I'll tell you, they sent something to me just a few days. I was looking at memo. I said, no, I just started smiling. They're converting vocational enterprise institution into monotechnics. Get what courses are there in those monotechnics that I saw that they sent to me. Banking, business, insurance. This is the way we bastardize technical education. But this is not what this president wants. This is not what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants. There's a stop to that now. The president was very clear on how he wants to reform the education department. He gave specific mandates. These are the things that we want. I need to create job, life skill for young Nigerians. And let me give you what we're going to be doing with Achievement. First step, we will incentivize people to go to our technical school. We will pay them to go to school. We will pay their tuition and build capacity in those technical schools. And as they're finishing, during that training, it will be 20% of didactics within the classroom, 80% of learning on apprenticeship. We will pre-qualify people at the back end to train. The people who are going to pre-qualify, just if you are learning tiling, we'll look at a master tiler that has enough projects. How many candidates can you take? I can take 10. We will pay him for each body. Monthly, he will get the money for those candidates. And we're moving quickly. We know our federal technical education is 3 years, but we're very in a hurry. We'll have the short part of the Vocational Enterprise Institute. We're designing 6-month and 12-month curriculum. The first set of students will be enrolling in March and April next year. So before end of next year, we'll be graduating the first set of students. So first step to it, we'll incentivize, we'll pay those students, we'll pay the tuition fee, we'll pay the people training them in their practical life skills. And as they're finishing, we will give them entrepreneurial grant that will work through the Bank of Industry. We will use NER fund to operate this. This is something that we can operationalize very quickly. This is not something that is an exoteric thing that is coming in the team. NER fund today has the capacity, they're paying students, they're paying the universities. So I've met with the managing director of NER fund. We will use their platform to operationalize this. So enough of people going to technical school and not being trained. They will be trained in practical life skills.